readings. All right, let's see what's going on today. A lot of people are going through some phase of justice, right? A lot. Are you in it? No, you're not part of this group. You are the one who's putting this group of people, right? So it's not just one person, it's multiple people who have to face the justice, right? So what is justice? Something that is just, right? The balance needs to happen, the karmic balance, right? So whatever has been done to you must be, how would I say it? And in simple words, people are forced to take responsibilities for their actions, right? It's not like someone's coming down from heaven and punishing people. No, it's people are put in a row, like so, and that's you here, and they're going up the stairs. Like, look how many of them are there. They're going up to face the consequences of their actions. But this time, it's not going to be this karmic, unclear karmic reaction where you get karma and you have no idea what it is. Sometimes you feel like you're being wrongfully punished, right? Most people who do harm most of the time, when the karma hits them, they don't take it as a cause and effect, right? They don't understand the cause and effect and the laws of karma. They don't give a shit about karma because they believe that they're doing right, right? So when the karma hits them, they think they're being wronged. So the karma doesn't really work for those people. But facing the consequences is also karma. But so look at it, this is what happens. Karma hits you once, right? So you're mean to someone, then you walk down the street, someone is mean to you, and then you hit someone, and then someone hits you, but it just keeps going over your head, so you don't get the point. And at some point, after you didn't get several fucking points of karma, trying to spank your bum buns, then karma takes in a different form, right? Which we call like a divine justice, God's wrath. It comes in and just takes everything away from you, like everything. And then puts you in a situation where you face those who you have harmed, right? From the place of poverty, emotional, physical, right? Psychological poverty, right? Weakness. It humbles you down. So if you don't get the cues, right, and the clues of karma, little points over there, and you keep playing a victim, then karma comes in, takes everything away, puts you on a bare ass, humbles you down, and puts the movie in front of you to show you these are the people. Now you're in a place where you want those people to be. So do you understand now? So this is what's happening right now. Those people are all going up the stairs of karma. It's done. There's no cues or clues anymore because they didn't get the point. And what's happening is, this reading is not for everyone again, because what's happening here is that you are actually doing it. And how you're doing it is so you didn't, so look, every time they knocked you down, you got up. Every time they tried to drown you, right, you came up and dried yourself. Every time they tried to lock you up, you broke out. So you never gave up, right? And so you have somehow ended up on a certain level, right? And you kept going. That part that you're going is actually going to be their pain and suffering. So when they fall down, when karma humbles them down, at that point, when it humbles them down, the karma is going to elevate you. But at that point, you see? Not before that, at that point. So this happens, right? It was like this, now this happens. You know, what goes down shall come up, must come up, another way around. What goes up must come down, right? So they went up, they must come down, and you were down, and you must go up. So now, as they go down, they're going to watch you go up. And that is the only way they can understand what they have done. C'est la vie. What else? You naturally come out a winner, right? Because you were in this battle, and it seems like it was a battle, alone. So you were one against many, right? Look, it feels like you were, look, they're chipping away at you, they were feeding off of you, right? So if, they were using your image, they were using your words, they were using your creativity, and they were mimicking you, they were trying to, they took everything. It feels like whoever this reading is for, everything has been taken away from you, like almost everything has been taken away from you. And you know how you won this battle? Remember how I said you were the winner in the battle? The way you won this battle was you turned away from them. So let's say if someone takes the piece of bread away from you, if someone takes the water away from you, if someone takes the home away from you, leaves you completely, like kicks you out of the house. We know those, right? Tries to take what's yours. You know, those things happen. You know what you did? You know how you won? You turned away from it. You let it go. You let them go. That's how you won. You were at the stage, yes, I'm not saying it was not devastating. It's just showing me that you turned away and you said, fine. If I don't have fresh bread, I'll have a dry bread. If I don't have a dry bread, if you take that away from me, someone's going to give me a breadcrumb. If I don't have fresh water, someone's going to give me a drop of it. So basically, you just literally lived on faith. Whether you're religious or not, I'm saying, if you're not religious, you should actually go and teach religious people the religion concept of faith, because it looked like you lived by faith. You turned away and said, fine, that's not the reason for me to stop living. I'm just going to keep living, even if I don't have anything. And that's how you won. Because every time they tried to take away things from you, the reason for that was so that they could see you in despair, right? And unhappiness, and broken down and shattered like a broken mirror and glass. But you didn't give them that pleasure. You didn't give them that pleasure. And the beauty of the whole thing of you turning away, it was not that you moved away with the thought in your head, oh, I'm just going to go away so I don't give them pleasure of seeing how terribly I suffered. No, you didn't think about it. You were thinking about survival and moving on, right? The most important thing in your life was the spirit, right? Your spirit, your soul, your life force. You tried to stay alive. This is what they did to you. They destroyed you from inside out. They betrayed you. So now they're going to face the consequences. And obviously, they all experienced betrayal karmically and whatever they have done to you, but they didn't learn the lesson. So what karma's going to do right now is going to put them on a fucking bare goddamn ass and sit them down, give them a popcorn, and let them watch you thrive. And only then they will understand, because now they can feel how terrible it is to be where they wanted you to be, while they're watching you where they are. See? 2 cards. Attachments. Look, this is a different section that we're going through. There's some attachments that were tying you down, but you're bigger than those attachments, right? So you're larger than the life itself, right, of those people. And it feels like those people were trying to hold you down with their attachments to you, right? Do you understand? They were attached to you as well, not just you attached to them. So it's not just your attachment issues. People tried to attach to you, and that's how they stopped you and from moving forward. Now, it didn't work, because it felt like what you were cast into, right? While these people were like glued to you, attached to you, it seems like you were emotionally responsive, right, to their needs, right? You must be someone who loves and cares much, right? And thus, when someone doesn't want to hurt someone, if you care about them, so yes, that can be translated as an attachment and misinterpreted as an attachment. That is not an attachment, my dear. They will all tell you it's an attachment, but it is not. It's empathy, right? So you feel the pain of someone else. When you think about removing yourself from them or detaching from them, you can feel their pain, and that hurts you dearly. So you do not want to cause them the pain that you experience just by thinking about it. So that just makes you a very kind person. So not those attachments, my love. I'm not saying while back ago. Like I'm saying like within this past 10 years or so. Those attachments were not your attachments. I think someone needs to hear this. Those attachments were not your attachments. They were people attached to you because of their needs. They had attachment issues, you see? And then you felt the pain of hurting them. So you didn't hurt them. So you allowed them to have you tied down by their attachments. So like a sacrificial lamb. So you were like a little bit like a Jesus. So, but that didn't work out. Because something happened, it looks like 9 months ago or 10 months ago, something triggered you. I don't know if you remember it, something triggered you. And the process has started from then, and then you little by little started cutting those people off, right? It's not like you cut them out of your life, but you sort of loosened their grip on you, right? They're like these children on the mother, like always on the skirt, and you're like, okay, all right, let's just like not so tight. Like we don't have to be like always. And you won. You came out of this too. You cut it. You cut that bond. It's amazing though. You've succeeded being so sensitive and resolving an issue of other people clinging to you. So it's not like you were clinging to them; they were clinging to you. For some of you, look. This were like, I'm not saying young people, it could be young people, but it doesn't matter how old you are. Immaturity comes in various ages and forms. So emotionally immature people, right? People who need attention, right? People who need to constantly be watched. People who need to be right all the time, right? They are the moving and the creative force. Interesting. You made a decision. And that decision was, you took a sip from your own cup. You know how those people were attached to you and they were drinking your life force? They were feeding off of you, right? They were feeding off of you because instead of working on their insecurities and attachment issues, they were just feeding off of you, feasting off of your energy, right? Drinking your life force. So what you did was you had a decision to make. You had to cut, right, them out. And then what you did was you took a sip from your own cup, right? Queen of Cups, you took a sip from your own cup.